I think it's a clear manifestation. We don't care a damn about our children and their children, how they live here. It's a very clear statement as far as I'm concerned.
Welcome. This is an unusual video for the channel, but I wanted to share with you what it entails to enter the UN in Geneva, Switzerland, and the experience of seeing Sadhguru speak. Registration was a week-long process with 2 questionnaires and your passport being checked. They will run your history, check all databases, and then proceed to approve of your visit. The United Nations serves as a hub for many government programs and social movements, so I was curious about what kind of agenda they were going to mention, what they were going to push. Clearly, Sadhguru was being held inside the limits of the conversation, guided by Dr. Swaminathan and Mr. Curry. Globalist topics pushed were vaccines and artificial intelligence.
In fact, the President of the United States and most of the mayors and governors have been speaking up about the importance of immunization.
It was almost as if they have told Sadhguru beforehand that he would need to support these talking points because he could not find anything negative to say. About vaccines, he said, maybe they are overdoing it. Some vaccines may not be necessary. But very carefully then added, in some countries, a child has too many mandatory vaccines. And about AI, he said artificial intelligence would bring about a new era for humanity, and that whatever fear we may have about this technology, we should rest assured people are working in systems to control and put limits to AI, which he also said AI could never be a conscious machine. Other than that, he was well received, full of wisdom, gave a great speech about interconnectedness, about being one with the universe, and the true meaning of the word yoga, with a way with words that characterizes him, which helps him connect with his audience at a deeper level. I did manage to record a couple of minutes. Let's take a look.
Economy will win hands down, ecology will be battered. So that is what has been happening, especially now in India, because we are looking for an economic surge. We are talking about becoming a $5 trillion economy. When we go like this, there is a possibility ecology could be trampled. So we are working with the governments because it's very, very important. This is something always, at least in India, the people who represent ecological concerns have never worked with the governments, always against the government. If you're serious about doing something, you have to work with the government. There's simply no other way. Well, there may be compromises because they have their own concerns, they have their own political and budgetary issues and various other dimensions are there, not just some ideal that we hold. So this is a new trend that we have created, that ecological concerns are not of… People have always treated like this. Economy is today's concern, ecology is tomorrow's concern. I'm saying ecology and economy are today's concern and they have to go hand in hand. So if you want to support in some way, Kaveri Calling will start in September. Just to tell you how it is being done, we are… this time we are on a motorcycle. A group of us are riding down 1500. What I see is, if we don't do this in the next 12 to 15 years' time, I think particularly southern region, Right now it is the most water-distressed region is Tamil Nadu, and it's also entering Karnataka. Hello? So, all these morals, ethics, values, philosophies, ideologies are only an effort to prevent crime. But in the end, these preventive measures have caused more death and horror on this planet than crime would cause, isn't it? So why do you think I would like to steal what is in your pocket? I don't care, first of all. Why are you telling me thou shalt not steal? I never thought of stealing anything from you. All this comes because you're in pursuit of happiness. That's the problem. Have you seen every one of you? When you're very joyful, what a wonderful human being you are. But if you're a little angry, frustrated, miserable, you're nasty. Yes or no? So this is what we need to create. We have been always trying to produce good human beings, which is a terrible mistake. We need more joyful and sensible human beings. This is what yoga is about. Joy is an insurance. Joy is an insurance. When you're joyful, you want to kill somebody? Hello? Only when you're miserable you want to kill somebody, isn't it? Our life energies are doing their own things. Every moment of your life, in wakefulness and sleep, these four dimensions of activity or karma are happening, isn't it? Hello? Yes. From the time you woke up today morning to now, whatever number of hours, if you are a 12 o'clock person, it is just 6 hours. If you're a 6 o'clock person, it is 12 hours. In this 12 or 6 hours that you've been awake, how much of your physical, mental, emotional and energy activity has been a conscious process? Hello? How much do you think? Believe me, it's well below 1%. So when 99% of your activity is unconscious, obviously you think something is hitting you from elsewhere. If you make 10% of what's happening in body, mind, energy conscious, suddenly people around you think you're a superhuman being. Yes, people think you're superhuman, you're determining everything. If 100% it is determined by you, they'll start worshipping you godlike. Because all that happened is, you became more conscious. And the significance of being human is that we can be conscious. See, if you look at the nature and activity of your life, you're not very different from other creatures on this planet. They are born, you're born, they eat, you grow up, they grow up, you sleep, they sleep, you reproduce, they reproduce, you die, they die. It's just that they do it more gracefully, you do it with lot of fuss. So, you are… Hello? Yes. That is all the big thing about us. We can eat, sleep, reproduce and even die consciously. This is the big dimension of being human. So if you do not exercise this one thing, it is an evolutionary problem. You're going backwards in evolution. The life is striving to go forward. This is not your or my intention. Life is naturally striving to move forward. When you were a monkey… I'm sorry, this is not my statement. Charles, that Englishman, you know? Yes. Charles Darwin said this, when you were a monkey, you did not desire to become a human being. But the life within you is longing to move on to the next possibility. Out of that we are a consequence. Hello? So the consequence is not of physical super capabilities as Hollywood movies are trying to show. Essentially the consequence is we are more conscious. Because physically if you become, let's say, far more capable than a chimpanzee or far more capable than a cheetah or a panther or something, you would just be a super animal. You became human only because you became more conscious than other creatures. If you do not exercise that consciously all the time, you will fall back in no time.
Thank you.
One man's belief versus another man's belief, religious or otherwise, yes? If you saw that you do not know, would you have a reason to fight with anybody? So if you saw you do not know, what do? The nature of human intelligence is such, it cannot simply sit here with I do not know, it will seek. When you become a seeker, a spiritual, somebody who's on the spiritual path always refers to himself as a seeker. The qualification to become a seeker is you have realized that you do not know. Yes? You know that you do not know. Once you know that you do not know, seeking is not an option, it is the nature of the human intelligence. Once you really see, I do not know the nature of my existence, sitting, standing, sleeping, your intelligence will seek. You don't have to go and seek somewhere. Seeking does not mean you join a group. If you simply bring this home to you that I really do not know a thing about this life, I'm asking you, do you really know? Do you know where you come from and where you go? Hello? You don't know. You can bullshit yourself. Oh, I came from heaven, I'm going back to heaven. If you're so sure that you're going back to heaven, why don't you go today? I'm saying, those who are dead sure about it are doing such things, isn't it? Hello? If you knew that you are going to a better place than here, why don't you go? This is the greatest crime upon humanity, that we told people there is a better place than this. This is a crime, because this is not allowing human beings to live their life to their full depth and dimension, because they think the real life is elsewhere. Now, do you have any proof that you are not already in heaven and making a mess out of it? Do you have any proof? No. If you understand, if you pay enough attention to life, if you see on the surface, this is a leaf, this is a flower, this is that, everything we know. But if you pay enough attention, you don't know a thing. You really don't know a thing, not even about your own existence, isn't it? When this really comes home to you that I do not know, you're a natural seeker, you don't have to join any group, you don't have to follow anybody. You're a natural seeker. In whichever way your intelligence can seek, it will start seeking. In every possible way it will seek, because this is the nature of human intelligence. Seeking is not a choice. You can stop seeking simply because you make up something and you believe it. If you don't believe or disbelieve anything, you simply pay attention to everything, you will become a seeker. Because it is only human attention which opens the doors of this universe. Without a penetrating attention, nothing will open for you. But once you believe, you don't have to pay attention to anything, because you know it, you know everything, how it happened and how it's going to end.
Personally, I do not subscribe to any religion or dogma. Having lived in many areas of the world has helped me scramble my cultural programming. Time off is used in productive ways. Read, write, learn, or try something different every day. Spirituality is as vast as the sea. One must understand that to be able to live in harmony with the planet, we need to change the way we are living. The planet will not hold against humanity's greed. By the time we are all millionaires, every animal will be extinct, and everything in the name of money.
It's already ended.
Thank you so much.
We are grateful to the Permanent Mission of India for its impeccable organization.